afternoon. My name is Boothe. I'm Information Services Librarian here at CBCC. Today I'm going to be demonstrating some research tools the library has available for students here at CBCC. In addition, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to do searching using these tools while you're working on different assignments and projects for your CBCC courses. When you think of the library, probably the first thing you think of are books. And we do have books here in our library collection, about 26,000 circulating books on many different kinds of academic topics. And the books check out for 4 weeks at a time. To find out what books that we have in our library collection, I'm going to be showing you our first tool, our online library catalog. Our online library catalog, here's a screenshot of it. It's a searchable database of materials that we have here in our library. And so, following the directions on your handout, this is going to be your orange handout. I'm going to demonstrate how we get to our online library catalog. We get it through our information reference page. And to do that, what you do is start at our CBCC homepage at this address. You put your mouse on the Resources tab and select Library. That takes you to our library homepage. That's our mission statement, our hours, and other information about the library. Next, over here on this right-hand side, you want to select Information Reference Page. And that takes you to our Information Reference Page, a gateway of the different research tools. And we'll be coming back to this page over and over during this presentation. Under here, this heading Books, Journals, Magazines, and Videos, we have our link to the online library catalog. So let's take a closer look. I'm going to click right here. And we now come to our online library catalog. This is our search screen for the catalog. And a few things I want to point out. First of all, notice this online catalog is actually used by all of Virginia's community colleges. We share this catalog. Here on campus, we have the default setting to CBCC. So most of the time, people are only interested in what we have here at this location. Now, if you're searching at home, keep in mind you'll need to designate CBCC. Otherwise, you'll be searching all of the libraries and Virginia community colleges. In fact, when you're at home, you do want to select CBCC here. This drop-down menu. Looking at this drop-down menu, choose search type. You can see all the different types of searches you can do, but they usually fall in one of three categories. Title searches, people are looking for a specific book in our collection. Sometimes people are looking for books by a particular author. And the majority of the time, people are actually looking for books on a particular subject. So you select your search type, and then you enter your search term. Maybe it's your topic, your author, the title of the book. And we're going to do a couple of exercises just to demonstrate how to use our catalog. And the first one I have here is looking for books by a particular author, the popular author Maya Angelou. We're going to see if we have any books by her in our collection. So I'm going to go do a live search now. We'll be closing our PowerPoint and opening it up. Demonstrated earlier, the pathway to our catalog. You go to the CBCC homepage, and under Resources, select Library, and Information Reference Page, and Online Catalog. Now we'll designate, we already have CBCC here. We're going to designate our search type as the author search. And then here in the search terms box, I'm going to put the name of our author. And they suggest putting the last name first, Angelou, and then Maya. And then finally, we click our Go button. And here we see a list of different authors. And here's our author, Maya Angelou. So So I click on her name, and there we have our search results. We actually have, as we can see here, we have 20 items by the author, Maya Angelou. So we have a good collection of material by her. Now, a few things I want to point out. This column here has the different titles. And this number here, the call number column, has the location of the books. And you'll notice many of these are in the same location. They start with a similar number, PS 3551, point N46 or 464. So when we go to the shelves, we actually find all the books together by her. The call number, it's like the address of the location. I'm going to look at item number 4, the complete collected poems of Maya Angelou. And to get more information, I can either click on the title or the small number there. And here we have a little more information about our book. Once again, here we have the call number, the location. We have a summary here. We have some information about the author here. And so we're looking at the full record of the book. Again, if it's now something that you're interested in, you can go to the shelves. Located. Also, if we click here, all items, we find even more information about whether the book's available or not right now. We actually have 2 copies of this book, and fortunately, one of them is on the shelf. Unfortunately, the other copy is lost. Probably a person never returned it, and they're long moved away, so it's in the status of lost. So that's our how we can do an online catalog search of an author. But very often, you're also going to be looking up books on a particular topic. And I thought of a topic that perhaps a lot of people are interested in nowadays. And to do a topic search, you actually have 2 choices. You can choose the search type keywords anywhere, or you can do a subject keyword search, which I prefer. So we're going to do a subject keyword search on the topic of job interviews. We all have to go through them if we want to work and be employed. And we do have quite a few books on job interviews in our collection. So once again, we're going to go to our online catalog, this time doing a subject search. Here's our online catalog. And to begin, we've already selected CBCC's our college. And as our search type, we're going to select subject keywords. And then we'll enter our term, job interviews. Now, before I click the go button, I'm going to point out one more thing. Because we're doing a search on a phrase, job interviews, we want those words adjacent to each other. So we're going to click yes here. That's what you do when you have phrases. Then we'll select the go button. And here we've found quite a few items on job interviews. 224 potential items, books on and materials on job interviews. Might not necessarily just be books, maybe videos, videotapes, and so forth. And as we look at our search results, we notice many of them are electronic resources. Not only do we have books that you can check out, but we have books that you can view on your computer, electronic books, so we don't own the physical volume, but we have access to the content. And all of these that I see right here happen to be electronic books, and they can be viewed looking at these external links here. I'm just going to demonstrate one of them, number 4, which sounds like a useful book, 101 Successful Interviewing Strategies. And to view that, I'm going to click on this external link right here. And here we're viewing an electronic copy of this book right on our computer screen. Here we have the table of contents. We can just click down to the chapter that you're interested in. Say we're interested in anticipating questions. You can click here on this link, and it takes us to chapter 2. So forth, rather short chapter. But anyway, that is how we can get to our electronic books. And back at our search results, let's say, some people are interested in using electronic books. Some people really don't want to do a physical volume that they can check out. So we do have a way that we can filter our records right here. We can filter our records and limit to print only. And now we have a list of books that can be checked out. Notice they all have those call numbers that we talked about earlier. So whichever you prefer, you may prefer ebooks, you may prefer books to check out. Both are available to you. So our electronic books, another tool that's available to you in the library. Also talk about another tool, and this is really my favorite type of tool. I do a lot of presentations on our electronic databases because they're such valuable tools, and they have so much available for you while you're here as a CBCC student. In fact, CBCC has access to over 150 different subscription databases designed for students and material from quality sources. And once again, we actually get to our electronic databases in a very similar way that we got to our online catalog. We start at our CBCC homepage. This is going to start looking very familiar to you. And we put our mouse on the Resources tab. So we see this drop-down menu. We select Library, and then Information Reference page. Here's our section with electronic databases. Now, as I said, we have over 150, and are you familiar with any of our databases? Have you used?
Not as of yet.
Not as of yet. Okay, so when we have newcomers such as yourself, what we've done to make it a little easier for you is to arrange these databases in different subject categories. Say history, literature, psychology, whatever subject that you're doing a research paper on or a project. Click on one, let's say you're doing something for psychology. You can click on that link and it'll have a list of databases that cover that field of psychology to help you get started. Yes, we have these different subject categories. Once you start becoming familiar with our databases, you can also access them right here by viewing the alphabetical list. So 2 different ways to access the databases: through the subject areas when you need a little help in selecting your database, or by the alphabetical list. Now we're going to do a topic search on a science topic. So we're going to see what databases are listed on our science page. Let's click on that. And here we can see quite a few recommended databases that cover the fields of science. If you take your mouse and you hover it over a database title, like I'm doing here, you'll notice that a little blurb pops up that describes that particular database. Here we're looking at the description of a database called Science in Context. That's a great database for general information on a lot of different science topics. It has topic overviews, experiments, biographies of scientists, articles, links to good websites, pictures, and all kinds of material in the fields of science. So we're going to look at that database by clicking on the title. We're going to use it, here's our opening search screen for Science in Context database. There's actually 2 ways that you can search. You can put your topic in the search box, or you can browse topics from a list that's already been created of some of the most researched topics in science. So we're going to research the topic genetic engineering. So you're doing a paper for a biology class on genetic engineering. This would be an excellent database to use. And just a reminder, many databases will help you generate suggested citations. So we're going to look for an article or something in this database on genetic engineering, and then we're going to generate a citation using some of their tools. All right. So we'll go to our Science and Context database right here. And again, we can search our topic either using this search box or by browsing the topics. I'm going to use the Browse Topics list and see, because I think there's been a lot of research on genetic engineering. And I scroll down my list, you can see all kinds of science topics. And yes, genetic engineering is one of those. And we notice when I click here, for every topic that's on that page, this database has actually created a full page of all kinds of material on this topic. We have overview articles, we have journal articles, experiments. As I scroll down, reference or encyclopedia articles, multimedia, videos, images, and audio, websites, newspaper articles. This links you to many, many different types of material for every subject that they created, that they've listed on that Browse Topics page. And notice it's not just 3 newspaper articles. They show us the first couple, but you actually have over 1,000. So it's a tremendous amount of material. Now, the one that just caught my eye was right here, smart mice. I know that mice are used a lot in genetic engineering, so that title just caught my eye. And I clicked on to find out this particular article. It's a reference article. So right here, smart mice. And here I have a full article on how smart mice are used. It looks like a very intelligent mouse, doesn't it? How they are used in genetic engineering. So pretty interesting article. At this point in your research, you're just reviewing different material, deciding whether or not you're going to use it. And if I decide I'm going to use this in my research paper or project, eventually I'm going to have to cite it. Many of these databases will have citation tools or citation generators. And so here's one for this database. I click on Citation Tools. I select the style. MLA, would you like to do that with AP? MLA, yes. That's my favorite. And then we click Download and Save. And open. Here we go. And notice right up here at the top is my citation in MLA format. Very nice feature. Yeah, there's a few steps you have to follow, and it may vary from computer to computer, but you just follow those steps and you'll get to this page where your citation's generated. Very, very helpful.
And the link is right there too. Or at least
yes, the document URL as well. Mm-hmm. No, that's not always given, but it is in this particular database. The citation generators do vary from database, but there is so many of them now, not 100%, but it's a very, very useful searching, very useful feature. So keep in mind, many databases do help you generate your suggested citations. Now, just a caveat, your instructor will give directions, and you always want to follow their suggestions. Okay, we're going to do one more search using this database. We're going to search the topic polar ice caps. And when I started searching this, I didn't find it on that Browse Topics list. It's okay, you can still, it's a science topic. And hopefully this didn't find it on the Browse Topics page. Polar ice caps would have fallen. There's one on polar bear, but no polar ice caps. So I'm going to use our search box, which is what you use in most databases anyway. And we'll search polar ice caps. Search. And even though we didn't get that nice page full of all kinds of different materials, they have found some articles on polar ice caps. Some academic journal articles, again, they showed 3 of them, but there's actually 53 articles, several experiments, several reference, even a few videos, if you wanted to see some multimedia. I'm going to look at this reference article that I saw. It was pretty recent. This one here was just recently updated in December of 2013. So I click on this, and that just gave a nice, good background on the topic of polar ice caps. Once again, keep in mind you've got that citation tool to help generate a citation. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we've got, when you're researching and you're just getting familiar with our databases, you have these different subject categories that you can use to help select your database. But as you start using these more and more, now you already know science and context. Say you have another science project to do. You already know that database. What you can do is access them here from the alphabetical list. So again, 2 ways, by subject or by alphabetical list. And there's a health database called Health Source Nursing Academic, which is very good for health topics. And we're going to use this database to search the topic symptoms of pneumonia. All right, so let's use our alphabetical list to get to the database Health Source Nursing Academic. Alphabetical list. And here's Health Source Nursing Academic. Now our topic is symptoms of pneumonia. And I'm going to give you another tip now. Many databases, when they are in advanced search mode, have multiple searching boxes, and they're very useful. You can use multiple search boxes, often found when you're in advanced search. When researching a topic that involves 2 or more concepts, in our particular search, we're doing pneumonia and symptoms. We're particularly interested in symptoms of pneumonia. So we have these multiple search boxes. So, another thing that teachers often ask is to limit your results to, they'll say, I want you to use only scholarly articles. In other words, they don't want you to use real popular things like People Magazine or something like that. They want you to use articles from sources that are written with the student or the researcher in mind, more serious academic or scholarly articles. And many databases will give you these options here that you can limit your results to scholarly or peer-reviewed articles. So let's do our search using our multiple search boxes and also limiting to scholarly journals. We're looking up the topic symptoms of pneumonia. So, let's see where I can open it up. So we're going to our first topic, pneumonia. And then the second concept, symptoms. Then we'll click search. Oh no, first first of all, we want to limit to our more serious or scholarly articles. And we can click search. And here we come up with about 632 articles that may have to do with symptoms of pneumonia. They include those concepts. Actually, there's one more thing I'd like to do. Very often, professors also ask you to have recent articles. And there are ways, there are tools in many databases that allow you to designate certain publication dates, maybe the last 10 years or so. So right here we have an option that will allow us to limit our search results by date. And I'm going to limit this search to the last 10 years. Okay, I'm interested in fairly recent medical articles. So I'm going to slide this little slide here to 2004. And then our database has updated our search results to 368 articles. You know, we might, well, that's plenty. Let's go up to 2010. We have very recent articles. Okay, now we're down to just 134, but they're all going to be fairly recent. And when I was looking through this, items number 2 and number 4 both looked, it looks like they're actually part of a series. They're both from a journal called the British Journal of Nursing. Pneumonia Part 2, Signs, Symptoms, and Vaccination. Sounds like a good overview article. And here's Part 1, Pathology, Presentation, Prevention. So these are articles that, there's a series of articles in this journal. So let's look at number 2 and get a little more information by clicking on the title. And here we have a bit more information, such as the author, the source of the journal that it's from. It's a pretty recent article from 2012. Here we have an abstract, a paragraph summary that gives us more information about the article. And over here on the right-hand side, ooh, this is a cite feature. We got our citation, we know how to do that. So, print, email, and save. Now, one thing to know about databases, sometimes you'll find the full article, the full text of the article. Other times you don't. It depends on what the publisher is permission for. And in this case, I'm not seeing a link to full text. If we look back at our search results, we go back to our result list. For some articles, you'll see links to the full text, PDF full text. But other times it'll just say link it. And when you see link it, that's in the case where we don't have the full text of this article, but when you think about it, maybe the full text could be available in one of our other databases. If it is, link it tool will take us to that database. So that's a very powerful tool. And I'm going to click link it here for our article in Pneumonia Part 2. Let's see. We can find the full text of this article in one of our other databases. Oh, unfortunately not. No full text was available for this item. So it did a quick scan. In this case, we have not found the full text. But I have an option, another option for you that I'm going to show you a little later on. We're going to do one more search. But keep in mind, we learned several things with this, this database. We learned about our multiple search boxes. When we search a topic that falls to or more concepts. We learned about limiting our results to scholarly articles or academic peer review, something very often our instructor requests us to do that. And we learned about how we can limit our search results by date. We use this little slide. Sometimes there's other databases we have this little screen where you punch in the dates that you're interested in. So look for features like that. do one more search. We're going to use this database Academic Search Complete. And I like this particular database because it covers many different academic disciplines: history, science, philosophy, English, literature. It's kind of a one-stop shop as far as databases go. And we're going to, in this database, notice the opening search screen looks very similar to that health sciences one. We get both of those from a vendor called Boothe. We have about 20 databases from them. Here's our search boxes. We're going to use this to find articles related to this question, which I'm really curious about myself, actually, because I have niece and nephew and little step-grandchildren that all play video games that look awfully violent. And you wonder sometimes if there's a relationship between violence and video games. That's a really interesting question, and we can see all kinds of concepts: violence, video games, aggression, children. This database is perfect. Again, we have these multiple search boxes. We can continue adding rows if we need more than 3. We can add more rows as I've done here. Violence, video games, aggression, children. You can make your search as long as you want. So let's try that. We'll say the more terms that you put in, the fewer results you're going to get. You could end up with no articles if you keep going. Okay, we've got violence, video games, aggression, and I'm going to add a row, children. So all these concepts will be included in the articles that we come up with.
Do you want to relate them?
I'm sorry.
Did you relate them?
I'm sorry.
As you did before, you related them?
Let's see.
It looks like you've got some.
Yeah, I put one in each search box, and I already include this operator here, and, which means the articles are going to have both concepts, or all concepts. And there was my last one. And then I click search. And find all 4 of those terms within our article. And I'm just looking at the search results. I think they look pretty good. Video game violence among vulnerable populations, bullying children. Which do children who bully their peers also play violent games? Community study. That's right on target. And notice, when you see a title that looks good. Here we don't have the full text, but we have the link it feature. So we can try to locate the article. Here's one that we already have the full text, and here's another one. Sometimes you can, if you want, you can limit your results to full text. Another one way that you can limit it. I would like to show you number 7, I believe it is, because when I looked at number 7 and I used the link it feature, it took me to the full text. Let's see. We were able to find the full text of this article in another database. I hope it works again today. It was available yesterday. Notice it's kind of scrolling around, processing a bit. It's actually going to this other database. That's hopefully online today. Yes. All right, it's taken to a database called Boothe that we have. It has a lot of journal articles. And here we have that same article, and we have the full text. Interesting. They were given, Boothe was given permission to use the full text, whereas the other database wasn't. Now, we were lucky this time, but sometimes you won't find the full text. Remember that search we did a little while ago? But I told you that we had one more option. So this is another tip I want to give you. We have a service called Interlibrary Run. When you're looking in the databases and you find a citation that looks promising, but the full text wasn't included, link it didn't take us to another database that had it, your option now is interlibrary loan. What we'll do here at CBCC is we'll contact a library, another library, say in Virginia or the US, or I've contacted Canadian libraries in some cases, and we've asked them, we can search and find out who has the item and ask them to send us a copy. It's mostly done electronically now, and so the other copy sends us a link with a PDF copy of the article in most cases. Occasionally they mail it to us or fax, but 99% of the time we get a link through email. And we forward it on to you and you have the copy of the article. So I do encourage you to do interlibrary loan. Right, I've given you a number of tools you can work with. Our books. You've looked at the online catalog, seen electronic books, and also our different databases. And I've given you some searching tips while we're using these databases. Now, if you have a particular search topic you would like me to demonstrate cold without any preparation, I'd be happy to do it now. If you don't, that's okay too.
I'm going to do my search in a little while.
Okay, all right. That's fine.
You've done a great demonstration.
Oh, great, thank you. One more little tip I want to give you. You can access these databases off campus if you have internet connection. You want to follow the pathway I've shown you today using the information reference page. But due to licensing restrictions, we do have to limit off-campus access to people associated with CBCC. It's only available to CBCC students and faculty and staff. So what's going to happen, a login page will pop up the first time you try to get to a database in your session. And you'll put your username and password, the same thing we use for CBCC email and login. Okay, again, in summary, we've learned how to book books using the online catalog. You've been introduced to electronic books. And again, my favorite tool, the CBCC databases. Yeah, we've been introduced to several, but remember we have 150 of them. And while we've done a few practice topic searches, you've learned about features like the citation generation, which is one of the favorites.
Yes.
And it saves people. And searching tips, limiting by date, peer review. There's multiple search boxes when your search is getting a little more, several concepts involved. And then the link feature. And then that service that we have called Interlibrary Loan. And I'm going to give you one more tip. In addition to all these tools I've shown you today that you can use yourself, keep in mind there's research available at your library. Reference librarians we're all happy to help you. If you try some of these and you're stuck, you need maybe a few more suggestions on what databases you might want to use, please come to the library or email us, call us. We're happy to help. So again, come to the library whenever you need research assistance, and I do want to wish you very good luck with your research assignments this semester. Any questions?
I'm just going to click away.
All right, well, you have the handouts as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, do drop by the library whenever you need assistance.
Thank you.